Hey everyone, this is Digital Fam and welcome to Talk Tuesday. I'm supposed to be doing this every Tuesday, but I believe I missed like 2 weeks in a row because life just got really, really busy. Anyway, I'm really excited because there's so many things going on. Now, you know that if you're watching this on the Digital Fam or the Overland Ubiquitous Metaverse YouTube channel, you know that this channel is all about OVR and the OVR community and what the community is doing in terms of events and updates in what the company is doing. And it's just like insane. And before we go through all that, and I'm going to bring in Hexadized, one of the OVR ambassadors, and I know you've known him or he's very familiar to you if you've been watching any of my live streams for the past month, because he is my co-host basically. And I'm so happy that he always takes time to do these live streams with me. But if you are on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, go ahead and consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel, because you know what? All the things that OVR.ai is doing, the company, they are an open augmented reality metaverse, and there's just so many things happening in the Web3, in the metaverse space with avatars and AI and 3D mapping the world, and now POAPs. You don't know what a POAP is? Just stick around. Okay, let's bring Hex. There he is.
What's up?
What's up? It's been so long.
I know, it's been too long. It's like there's been things actually happening and people actually doing things, and now all of a sudden it's like, poof, here we are.
It is like, I feel like I should have said, poops, there it is. So I spoke to you after South by Southwest, right? We did a quick little update. What's been happening since then?
Oh, so much. There was the NFT LA takeover that AD and CryptoSeed put on and really organized, and so, which was really cool because people inside the community met inside of their little hubs, and so going into each little overland, together as as groups, and coming back to the hub, and then going back into another OVR experience, and so that was a lot of fun. And now there's this NFC Lisbon thing going on. I don't even want to be the one to pop the secret, because I want you to say what has been going on today. Like, all the other stuff is so cool, but what's going on today, Carmen?
Effing much. I don't know. Like, we know. All I know is it was absolutely the OVR's team to make it to NFT LA. But like travel and time schedules were just kind of like really tight. But
right.
what they have been able to do is attend the NFC non-fungible conference in Lisbon, Portugal, and the people that are there currently are our CEO, or our OVR CEO David Coutinho, and the COO Diego Di Tommaso. And it's wonderful. And the cool thing is it's a 2-day event in Lisbon, and it's huge. But guess who they met?
Who did they meet, Carmen? Tell me.
I don't know. Who did you meet? Who do they met? They met the CEO and founder, or the founder of the Sandbox, Sebastian.
And then what happened?
And they talked, and then they collaborated, and all of a sudden, just yesterday, they decided to have like this 1-day contest where you can actually put the Sandbox assets, the Sandbox asset collection, on OVR and move it around with like a little, oh, I like your haircut, like the little thingy thing on the mobile phone. Please do it. You talk more about that.
Oh, okay. So I can't control it. So I woke up this morning, right? And I see this thing, and I had played with my NFTs on OVR, right? They have the little My NFT section. So if you have paired your wallet to the app, then you can see your NFTs. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I might have, taken some of my builds and popped them up as NFTs. I was like, whoa, that's amazing. But then this morning I wake up and I see this thing that if you're a registrant with the NFC conference, thing going on in Lisbon, then you can show your Sandbox NFT and possibly win 1,000 sand. But it was from the OVR Twitter. I was like, wait a minute, OVR Sandbox. did they do a thing? And then Sebastian from the Sandbox, Diego from OVR, they're both tweeting out stuff about, hey, yeah, this is a real thing. And I was like, I know.
Isn't that something we kind of like waited for last year? Like, weren't we kind of like trying to get into the Sandbox radar somewhat? And then
I
we're just
mean,
like,
yeah, have we been wanting to actually see this metaverse world like actually become truly interoperable, like where the platforms actually connect and it's
yeah,
not my
yeah,
platform
yeah.
versus your platform, or even like we're going to do our thing, you're going to have we been wanting to see this real Web3 community like love thing happen?
We've
Yeah,
been wanting. We've been wanting. I
we've been
think
wanting it.
they got in bed together, and let's see where this goes. And you know what? I was going to do like a polygamy thing. I don't know. But we want more. We want more of that. We want to partner with, or partner may not be the right word, but whatever you call it, collaborate with Axie Infinity, Crypto Voxel, Decentraland, the Sandbox that's happening. And you know what? Like, I've been watching the OVR Twitter, and people like the Sandbox people
Hmm.
are really think that it's so cool to see their NFTs like in their
Pop
bed,
up.
like, like
Yeah.
pop up and play around with it on OVR, and then it's just like amazing. Like, the response on Twitter is like fantastic. Like, I love it.
It really is a beautiful thing.
It is so beautiful, and yeah. And interestingly enough, it didn't even take like a proposal or a Twitter DM to say, hey, let's collab or whatever. They literally met in real life, and this happened. So for
Right.
those of you, or I don't know, I think people who are a bit skeptical about the metaverse and augmented reality, they wouldn't even be watching this stream. However, there are some of my contacts on LinkedIn and Facebook who hopefully are watching it, and they're probably going, NFTs, metaverse, bleh. But they're going to think like this whole thing, that this whole metaverse is going to keep people away from each other. I kind of there's no, well, there's something to be said by that, but
Right.
from what I've seen is like all the connections and relationship building really happens whether it's in the metaverse or Twitter or in real life, like in Lisbon. Like, I think that's crazy. So our founders, our OVR's founders, met with Sebastian, the founder
Hmm.
of the Sandbox. You think they could have taken a photo with him?
Well, so I mean, yeah, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but having them like,
I know.
it's like the ultimate photo bomb,
It
when you're like having their stuff like on stuff and doing stuff. I mean, that's like,
it is. But like in my previous life, if to me it's like if it's not documented, it never happened. And to me on social media, documentation is really like a freaking selfie with everybody else behind you. Or I'm
right?
just gonna find some way to Photoshop. Like, right. I don't know. I don't know.
You
What
should
else is going
meme
on?
it up. We can do that. I mean, everybody,
You could
meme
totally
it
meme
up.
it up. You could totally meme it up. Speaking of memes, what's going on with Matthew Lee? I
Oh,
Matthew Lee is one of the OVR ambassadors, and the reason why I brought him up is because he created like a catalog of memes when we first did the Dodge Pound NFT treasure hunt. Remember way back last year?
mm-hmm.
Remember? I know you guys who are watching don't even like what the hell is she talking about. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. What else is happening with OVR?
Well, so for those of you that like POAPs, right? Okay. And some of us are like, POAPs are so 2021, but they're not 2021. They're like right now, because right now on OVR, if you're inside the OVR web builder, there's a new box that you can select and it says POAP. And you can, if you've ever done POAPs, you've ever created a POAP, you've ever put on an event or done anything like that, especially if you've been around for the last, 12 months or so, you've had to have heard about POAPs, right? If you're going to be in an NFT Web3 space. And so now there's these things that are POAPs and it's inside the web builder and you can drop it in and you can take your links from the POAPs where they give them to you from POAP XYZ, and you can drop them straight in. You put the POAP thing, and then you drop your link thing in there, and then people go touch, and then it's like, poof, POAPs
I
in the
know
wallet.
that for some people that are watching on LinkedIn and Facebook and have no idea, you have no idea what he's talking about, do you?
That's okay.
Can you see the
They're
TikTok?
going to know now.
Can you see the ticker? Does it show up on your side? The
It does.
ticker
It
on
says
top?
POAP, Proof of Attendance Protocol.
Right. And actually, Hex and I just prepared this like in less than 5 minutes, like legit. So a proof of attendance protocol, I just grabbed this from the internet and copied and pasted onto here, is POAPs are tokens that are used to give attendees a way to prove their record of life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Of course. So there's been, for example, now on OVR specific, so like what they did with, so if you go to one of Diego's tweets, he actually has a tweet where he's like, my first POAP. And what that POAP is representing is the fact that he was in Lisbon. Okay, and not just that he was in Lisbon, but he was in Lisbon and collected the very first POAP on OVR. I guarantee it. So, and that's, so no one can take that away from him. And now he can show that off and say, no, I was there the moment that the first POAP on OVR was given away. And anybody else that's in Lisbon can also go and collect one of those first POAPs, I believe so. I don't know how many they made. They could have been 5, there could have been 100, there could have been 20. It doesn't, but that is the beauty of the POAPs. So now if you do have an event or an experience on OVR that you want to give away like these proof of attendances from, then people can, when they go in, they can also select that, and now they'll have that forever moment of they were there at that experience when this thing happened. So yeah, there's so many fun things. I hope MVMF, we're probably going to use those if we do another event, multiverse event or something like that some point in this year. We'll have those POAPs to give away straight from our experiences on OVR.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna play like but are POAPs just related to events? Are they just like tied to events?
I mean, it can really be anything. A moment in time that you want people to remember and say that they were there.
Aww.
So event experiences, you know, just that, whether that be a meeting. Okay, so if you had a meeting and you want to, I know, right? Why would you need a POAP
like
for
a nice meeting, like a meeting with like somebody, like a celebrity, or
you know, maybe Snoop Dogg came and gave a talk. Okay, and so I guess events is a good way to, would be a good base word to use. Yeah, it's basically tied to an event, an experience, that moment in time.
A wedding.
A wedding. Very good. You could have that stamped on there as well, some beautiful picture and saying, you know, whatever you want it to. It could be at the beginning and the end.
The birth of a baby.
The birth. Oh.
The reason why I mentioned that is because Hexadize is going to be a father again. How many times, Hex?
This will be number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? It could be like POAP number 5. I feel. Do you have names for your number 5?
We do have a name for her. She is Lydia Gwen.
Are you allowed? Wait. Are you allowed to say this publicly? Maybe not. Just hold on. Just stop right there.
Okay. Don't say the whole name, huh? Yeah. Don't fully dox myself, right?
No. Right, because like you're the missus, like you don't even know. I'm just like protection here, protection. Like, so that's exciting. What else is going on? Like, I mean, something else went on. Something about Polygon. You know, like, it's funny. There are posts and announcements that OVR like does on Twitter or LinkedIn and Facebook, and I don't do everyone. Like, I barely. So it's really interesting how there's so many things happening that it takes, of course, more than a team or a team to just like what am I saying? Communicate everything out and all this stuff. It's just like crazy nuts. When you saw the POAP tweet or whatever that was when Diego tweeted it, didn't you get all excited?
I did. I freaked out. I've been freaking out all day.
You're very calm. I guess you're really freaked out. You've been freaking out all over Twitter. I kid you not.
Well, I mean, how can you not? I mean, like I said, I woke up and there's this stuff about the sandbox NFTs on OVR, and then there's POAPs coming out, like just like right there, and you just like click and touch, and there's just 12 months ago we could not do this, Carmen.
I know, and you're doing the Italian thing. Like, I don't know, maybe you're channeling, you know, the Italian culture, but I've never seen you so digitally
animated,
appendaged. appendage dancing kind of thing. You know what? There was this, I think yesterday somebody tweeted, or Antonio Dalcine tweeted a 3D animation, some blob dancing. And I thought it was great, but I didn't know that it was actually part of an art piece by this French sculpture artist. And I think OVR Twitter tweeted it, but I thought it was like really fantastic. I kind of want to share my screen, but I don't want to screw this up. Let's just keep talking.
Go for it. No,
Have you
no.
seen that? Did you see that? Did you see
Yes,
that? So you can actually take a 3D sculpture, like a real life sculpture,
Mhm.
and not only can you create it in 3D and animate it, now you can animate it on the metaverse, which is like
Right.
over the real world. Isn't that crazy?
Again, 12 months ago, we were not able to do any of this.
Not even 6 months. Not even
Not
3
even 6
months.
months.
Not even 2 months. Well, I mean, for the dancing sculpture, yes, but we're talking about the POAPs and
Right.
the fact that, oh my God, that like opens a door. So
Right.
everybody that is in the sandbox ecosystem who has like sandbox 3D assets can literally just create an OVR account with their mobile phone and just bloop, play with their like sandbox NFTs, like wherever they want
Right.
to heck to play with them. Isn't that just crazy? That is like, do you know, and I know the vast hugeness of this. Yeah, I'm really not so good with words at the moment, but this is like insane. This is like insane. Insane. I have
It
a
is
question for you.
insane.
Who's
What's
got
up?
more followers or more community members, the Sandbox or Decentraland?
Oh,
I guess I could Google
think
that. If anybody knows, put it in the comments below.
put it in the comments. I guess we could Google it, look it up. You
Hi,
know.
there be
I
one.
was just gonna say that you beat me to it.
Oh, by saying the Derby one. Hi, Ibrahim. Yeah, this is like a pop-up live stream. I don't plan for this. I don't schedule this, and the reason why I don't is because my time, I never know. If I have a window of opportunity to just live stream, I would. That's just how it is. I need to check my Telegram because, like, let's see what's going on. Okay. Oh. Diego, if you can put. Okay, absolutely. I don't know, Hex. What's going on in the next few months? Is there any more events? Of course there are events. I think there's an event in Paris next week, I believe.
Is there? Is there going to be some people in Paris doing some things around the Eiffel Tower area? Is that a thing?
I don't know, but I know I don't have the deets on that, but I'm
Okay.
sure it's next week. But I know I'm pretty sure that either David or Diego are going to attend, or one,
I
or
believe so.
some. I mean, Paris is just so next to Italy, next to Lisbon. Like, if you live in Europe, it's astounding how, like, you can have so many countries, like literally, like Texas. You can put so many countries in the landmass of Texas,
Right here.
right? And that just like it fascinates me. And Canada is such a big landmass that we have like 10 provinces or whatever, and that they're huge. One province can fit like how many European countries? And the reason why I'm saying this is, the reason why I'm saying this is because to travel by airplane from one European country to another, it's like cheap. I don't know how much it is now, but it used to be like 59 euro one way with a 10 kilo, what's it called, carry-on, as long as you don't check in your luggage. But in Canada, freaking Canada, if I want to go one over a province, the cheapest maybe is 400 or 500. And if it's like in season, it could be 1,200. It's like freaking ridiculous. That's my rant.
I can stay in my I can fly in my state of Texas and still, like.
How much? Okay, let's say
it's at least I would say at least $300 just to go like hop
from like city to city, like let's say Dallas to Houston.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, and it's like, why even bother?
Yeah, mind you, I don't know this. This was like in 2007 to 2010. That's like 12 years ago that I was in Europe. So maybe, you know what? Maybe the prices there are huge too. So I don't know. Somebody's going, hey, OVR landlord, LFG, woo, woo, woo. You know what I want to get? You know those I don't know what it is. It's like a rocket thing, and you go poof, and then like it just goes psh, and then confetti flies out
The
and
little
stuff.
party popper things, but like the big one, like a
Yeah. So every
potato
time,
gun filled with confetti.
yeah, that's it. So every time somebody goes LFG, I want to go poof. You know, you got to have like those props to make like things a lot exciting in these live streams. Hey, sit up a
I
bit.
can throw
Sit
water,
up a bit. Sit up. You can drink. You can. You can. I'm
but
just like
actually,
crazy
my
about
wife
the
would get
pole.
very upset.
No,
What?
okay, don't do that. You know what I wanted to do? I asked you, hey, do you want to create a POAP? Because I know you got a whole bunch of them that you want to create. I was actually going to say, hey, let's do it like live creating a POAP. That's why I asked you, does it have to be secret? Can you
Oh,
like,
you wanna go through making a POAP? You want to share your screen and make a POAP?
you make a POAP.
You want me to make a POAP?
Yeah, you're about the POAP. What am I going to make a POAP about? I haven't had no events yet.
But I mean, if we were gonna make a live
You
POAP,
just
you know, and you
pretend.
wanted to walk people through it, you know,
Yeah, but I don't
so
have like the OVR builder. Oh, maybe I do. I don't have
you don't.
like,
Oh, you want them to go collect it on OVR?
see, I don't know. What do you
Mm.
think? Guys,
It
if you
takes
want to,
so there's a process to the POAPs. I'll say this. First, you have to go to their website and actually get your POAP approved, which means they'll right. So it's not just a, pop up a picture and then put it in the POAP. You're gonna go to POAP XYZ, you're gonna get it approved, okay? And that could take minutes, it could take hours, depending on, you know, your, where your friends are, right?
you know what? That's because you did this. You actually got a POAP. I remember, and you were so happy. You were waiting for it to get approved.
Hmm.
I remember. So you know this whole. How long did it take you to get approved?
It can take up to a day, I want to say is what it says on the website, something like that. It depends on how busy they are. If they don't have a whole lot of stuff, trying to get pumped out, then, go for it. But if there's a lot of events, which I feel like right now they could, be a little bit active, then, it might take their time. And depending on what type of event. So there's different ways to set up your POAPs. So these are all things that you can go and look at for sure. I would definitely search out their site if anyone's watching and they're curious about how to create a POAP. There are, their website is very good about explaining it to you and the different ways that you can do it. Oh, you've already got it pulled up. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. I'm not. Shh. I'm very good with the multitasking in the back end. Hey, Tony Palmgren. Hey, OVR Landlord. Yes, I've been good. Well, I'm gonna be so honest. I only had like about maybe 2 hours of sleep. So this face, forgive me. Okay, so this is the POAP thingamajigger. The where
Yeah.
you register, where you create the actual POAP. POAP. What? Okay. So what is it? What do you do? What are you commemorating? Okay. Like an event, a
So
wedding,
like this,
whatever,
you could
right?
say, if you wanted it to be, for this, you could say you're commemorating your first ever POAP you've ever created, right? I'm commemorating my first POAPs.
Oh, that is
Digital
good.
Film's first
My
POAPs.
first POAP. Okay. Can you see me typing? Am I in the right tab?
I'm I'm on my phone. If I pulled you up on the computer, I could probably see you better.
Okay,
But
I am not on the right
oh, it's
tab.
Pac-Man. What's up, Pac-Man? Haha, I know Pac-Man.
Yeah. I'm not on the right tab. My goodness, that's because I opened like 3 tabs. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say okay. What are you commemorating? My first POAP. Does it
Hmm.
show? Is it there? Nope, I'm in the wrong tab. What are you creating? Oh,
There you
maybe
go.
can you see me typing now?
I can. Now you're typing.
There you go. I knew it. Okay. So, okay, let's do it. So we're
Hi,
gonna do.
Pac-Man. Thanks for coming in. Tony, aka
Oh,
Pac-Man.
bye, Tony. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so here it is. This is the app.poap.xyz backend where you want to create a POAP. So
Mhm.
you go to your, okay, never mind. So okay, I'm gonna pretend to create my first. What do you want people to remember about this POAP? That it is, I'm just doing this for example, okay, guys? That it
Yeah, go
is
through it.
my first POAP. Duh. Okay, what's virtual drop? What does that even mean? I know what it means, but what does it mean?
What I can't read it. Hang on.
It says here virtual drop, and you can enable it or disable it. You mean you can virtually drop it? Oh, to a city? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to create a drop. What am I commemorating? I'm going to commemorate my first metaverse OVR date. Okay.
There you go.
What do you want people to remember? That it is my first metaverse OVR date. Ooh, okay. You know what? I better just chill. I'm
Now,
getting too excited. Okay. So I can virtually drop it where the date is going to be, right?
yeah, so yes, you can do the virtual drop. You can do the multi-day drop. So if you want to, yep.
Oh.
And depending, so if you want it to only run, you want people to only have access to this for a certain amount of time, right? Or you want them to only be able to access it inside, like you can see here, inside
Oh
the
my God.
cities and things like that. They have to be in locations. You can do all that as well if you want them to. Yeah, there you go. And then you have your website right there.
Wow.
Now
I
you
am
will need if you look over, you will need a file like a picture or something, that you. Yep.
like right
That you
here.
What's that?
This is like it says here POAP artwork.
Yeah. So yeah, that's your template. What you want it to kind of look like, and all those kinds of things. And then, but your actual photo that you would use is your picture that you would put in there is going to be right there inside that right there.
Like a
And
logo.
you would make sure, this is important, that edit code, okay? You want to keep that edit code, okay?
Okay. Okay.
That edit code is going to be very important because if you want to make any changes to that POAP or to that event, you want to extend the dates or anything like that, the only way to do it is with that code. And if you don't have that code, you are not going to edit that POAP.
Oh, so it says here,
Okay.
be sure to save the 6-digit edit code to make any further update templates.
That's
Any.
very important. And then,
Yes, sir.
the next, you're going to put in the email address that you are going to have the information from the POAP sent to. So
Okay.
that way, if you'll see down here where it says how many do you need. You'll say like 100 or 50 or however many links you're going to want, and then they're going to email you that list of links.
Oh, right. Okay, and it's in a .txt file. I know this because
Correct.
I know this. Okay, this is great. So there's different types of drops. You can actually do a virtual drop, and it's like to a city and country. That's freaking crazy. You can do a multi-day drop. Okay, I get it. I get it. So this is really good for an event ish.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do two? Yes, you can. You can do it. You can virtually drop it to a city and or country and a multi-day
Correct.
drop.
So that way
Blah
it's
blah
still
blah.
locked in for that specific event and festival.
And you can also do a private drop. So does that mean that what does that mean? Does that mean that you can actually give these to registered or paid attendees or registrants?
You can do
Is
that
what
too.
I
Yes.
mean?
Yep.
Oh my God.
So, yep. So
I'm
that only
understanding.
people that, so if you want to drop it to specific people, you can send it out that way. Instead of
Okay.
so where the dates and things, maybe you just have like the list of links out there that people can just choose from and then they grab one. But if you do the private drop, then only those that you send it to can get it.
Okay. I didn't realize I wasn't showing, but that's cool. This is like amazing. All right, all right. I think that's it. I'm gonna like stop sharing. How do I stop sharing? How do I stop it? End my screen share. That's like super cool. I'm glad I never really had the time or took the time to understand all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really great that when you come on, I kind of learned on the spot. What are you looking at?
I'm watching what we're doing over here.
I'm trying to be okay. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of like I just want to create a POAP right not now. I really want to start to create a POAP. I'm gonna create a POAP. Today is
Good.
Tuesday. I'll create a POAP for maybe Saturday.
Okay, I like it.
Um,
NFT Wonderful does these Twitter Spaces for the OVR community now on Saturdays. So it would be kind of cool to be like, hey guys, by the way, there's a secret POAP in a secret spot that that Digital Femme made.
that's true. Do you always go on his what time are his Twitter Spaces?
I want to say he usually does them around 10 my time, 9 or 10 in the morning my time in Texas.
Okay,
So,
okay. So that's 9
yeah.
my time then. Oh my God, can we just get enough sleep? I want to know people out there that are builders, 3D builders, like in the metaverse and all that web. Do you even get sleep? I don't think
No,
I
no,
don't
but
know. I
some
don't think
people say it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You don't sleep in Web3.
you don't. And I haven't even immersed myself in Web3. I'm part of Web3. I kind of deal with Web3, but am I really on Web3? No, not yet. So if I don't even sleep now in real, you know what? That's true. When I was on Second Life, I'm going to bring up Second Life. When I was on Second Life, I did not sleep.
No,
Like I average between 2 to 3 hours a day. Why? Is because you immerse yourself in that. Like, so Second Life is not a VR, it wasn't AR, it was like you have to log into a browser client, you create an avatar, but like you can build to your heart's content. You can like people can like script animations till their heart's content. People get married in Second Life. I'm not
even
kidding
today,
you. And then they meet in real life and then they get married. I know like two people who did that. Two people who did that. They're still married. And
it's
on their
gonna happen,
Facebook.
and it's gonna happen in all of these worlds too.
Well, of course, right? Of course. But that's the crazy. So no, I don't think you do sleep in Web3.
You
But I
don't.
really don't. I really don't. So that means that there's gonna have to be some way where you download your brain something, and then I don't know, maybe your body can rest, but isn't that a movie? That's a bunch of movies. And then your brain can like, integrate and with the greater consciousness of the matrical soul web. That's what I'm thinking. It's got to
Don't get
happen.
me don't get me started on transferring consciousness into a
Well, it's
machine. Okay?
happening already. People don't even know. Like, my story about the metaverse. The metaverse to me, it's like I wrote it's like I have a blog post in 2008 about the metaverse and consciousness. It's like it's
Yes, you
everybody.
do. We've
I'll
talked
find that.
about this before.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
gone down
yeah.
this rabbit hole.
So to me, I think the metaverse, all these like a little metaverse, sandbox metaverse, it's really people's consciousness trying to connect with each other. But we're just right now using technology and our like little 3D minds, 3D, little brains to figure out how to really connect when, hello, wake up. You guys were already connected. But no, we got to take the evolution of humanity we got a technology. Let's move up. And we could just like all ping, be aware, and we're already connected. That's like the whole mycelium thing. You know about the mycelium, right? It's like this
Hmm.
underground network, this microscopic underground network where it literally supports the world, the earth, organically. And it's the communication system. So if you're talking about a network, if you think the internet is a network or whatever, the mycelium microscopic network is the communication network of every living thing. And that's what as above, so below, right? So as above, we're human. And as above is our consciousness that we're all connected. And then so below is the microscopic world. We're really just mirroring it. But it's going to
Right?
take a long time for humans to figure that out. I don't like operating as a human. You know that, right?
Right.
I can't
This
believe
is
I said that publicly. Like, right. I don't care. I don't. I think it's. Oh, look at the mushrooms. Yeah, I know.
music
He's
by Cooper's in here too. He's saying he wants it. That's Alone from South by
no,
Southwest.
yay from
What's
Austin.
up,
Looking forward to
music
my
by Cooper?
metaverse wife.
Yes.
I got a question for you, Alon. Can you have a metaverse wife and a real world wife? Hmm.
Wife and life. I guess you could, it's kind of interchangeable, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they say happy wife, happy life? What is
Yeah.
what is that saying? Happy life, happy wife? What is that
No,
saying?
happy wife, definitely a happy life. Yeah, yeah.
Was somebody laughing? is is Elle laughing? Elle, are you laughing? I think that was her giggle.
She
But
might have.
Alon, do you think that, can you imagine having different relationships in the different metaverses? I absolutely can. Then there's that whole cheating aspect. Oh shit.
He said, not for him. He said no.
I know that'd be totally weird, but I'm like, if people do it in real life, can you imagine in the metaverse? If people do it with their like mobile phones on the different DMs, right? Can you imagine? That's just crazy. That's a whole other ethical thing.
That's a
That
whole topic that we have to have a whole different show for. We should have a metaverse life, real life episode.
Yeah, because they do
Yeah.
merge, they really do.
They do merge, and people are going to separate them. And we did it AOL. Let's just talk. I think we did this before. The AOL chat rooms. Way back in the day. That's where I feel like it all started for so many people, where they were like, "Wait a minute, I can be a different person."
Oh yeah, and then this whole catfishing thing with the filters. Like, have you ever tried any of those like TikTok filters and stuff?
Have
You
I?
know what? Yeah, no, not you, but you've seen the TikTok filters, right? I was like, when I would get on TikTok like months ago, I would go, man, like these people are hot. Like these women are gorge, man. Like, oh, like I would be like, wow, beautiful skin. They know how to do makeup and stuff. And I didn't realize it was a filter.
It was
I
just
was like,
filtered.
I didn't know. Like I
They're
just
just
thought that
nerds in a bedroom.
I didn't know. I thought that, like when you're on social media and you're on Instagram, you gotta be a certain way. You gotta have like a certain look. Do you know what I mean? Like the contour this and the big lips and all that stuff. I don't know. And the big pushed up boobs. I don't know. I just thought that. But they were like filters. And I was so happy to know that they were filters because it was like, yay, not everybody is super beautiful. I mean, you know what I mean. And it's not about the outside beauty, so relax, everybody. Like, but it is what it is.
No, but on the Instagram and TikTok, it is.
It is. Although I saw there were 3 TikTok accounts that said that what is this? Something about Instagram makes them feel something, and TikTok makes them feel like they're authentic, like there's more engagement, more like real life stuff. Like
On the
Instagram is all
TikTok?
about selfies and trying to look good and be good and showing your butt and all that. And TikTok is more like people just talking about their lives and sharing. I don't know. That's what these TikTokers say.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think that's a good point. Instagram is all about the, look at me now, look at what I've got, look at this thing right here. And then the TikTok is like, this is me. I'm living. This is my
Right?
life. Yeah.
True that. Guess who's here? True tech junkie. Hey, what's up? What's up? Bum, bum, bum. It is exactly what grabbed my attention, Overland, the ubiquitous metaverse. What grabbed your attention? Oh, the realness of people. Well, they were talking about POAPs. I know. Oh, that was, dude, Hexadie said POAPs was so 2021. Like, so what else? Yes, TikTok is more just having fun. I think so too. Yeah, that's true too. You know what I love about TikTok? The couple TikToks. I kind of want a couple. I want to be a couple so I can have couple TikToks. Like they do the cute dances together and all that stuff and little like couple things. You should do that with your couple.
With my wife, we should get on TikTok and do the dances.
Yeah, like I just love that. Yeah, I love how, like, and I kind of want, now I'm thinking, how long did it take? Do they actually argue? Because like everything on TikTok or on social media is all like curated and you got to be happy and perfect and good. But I wonder, like, at all those couples who do that, are they do they argue because they're like, you're not getting that step right, or no, it's this way. Do you know what I mean? And then like once they turn on their camera, they're doing like, oh, we all love each other and we're like the perfect couple. I want to actually have a look. That comment just went through. It was in reference about metaverse. Yes. Also, TikTok versus IG is all about the algorithm. True. It's all about the algorithm, isn't it? Isn't it, Hex?
Me? Algorithms? Maybe.
See.
Are you talking about the TikTok versus IG? Yes, maybe.
See.
Like, I don't know. There's some times where I put out a TikTok and, it has like 5 views. And there's sometimes I put out a TikTok and it's got like 1,000 views. And there's sometimes I put out an Instagram post and it's got like 0 views. So I don't know. It might be right about the algorithm and I'm just not playing it right. I got to get better at that.
It's about an algorithm because I have my my Discord buddy. I call him Sean, and he's all about the TikTok algorithm, and he studied that to a T. So he took one of our real estate clients, like we share a client, and he
Mhm.
put her on TikTok, and she's quite like she's amazing though. Like she's really great. So he put her on TikTok, and she had like her TikTok blew up. Like it just blew up, and it's like amazing. And let's see where that's gonna go. But yeah. So when are we gonna get OVR team footage from the conference? Good question. Um, I mean, OVR landlord. I mean, like, we were lucky to get a photograph of the founders, like, you know, like, hey, we're here, that kind of thing. We're lucky for that. So footage, I don't know. That's a whole other thing. But we'll plan for that in future dates. We'll definitely plan for that. And as I am talking, I feel like I gotta prepare something. I gotta prepare like a list of something. Okay, I'm gonna prepare. Do you have anything else to say about like the OVR coming? Are you going to OVR NFC NYC NFT? There's all
Am I
gonna be
going
like
to New York?
yeah.
Uh,
That's in June, right?
I would love to go to New York. I'd love to be in New York. I'd love to be in Miami. I'd love to be back in Austin in June. There's so many things. Like I feel like June and July are going to be packed with
Wow.
some super great events. Yeah, so I would love to be at all of them. And yeah, who knows? I might be able to show up at one or two.
Probably. And this is why I love the United States. I do.
Right?
Because, and I love Texas because it's pretty much central. Like you can, from Austin or Houston, you can just pretty much fly like
Anywhere.
from New York to LA, like that. Uh,
DFW is like that international hub. It's not a tiny airport.
no, who? Houston?
Dallas Fort Worth Airport. I mean, it's
Oh,
the
that's
international hub
right.
right there. Right.
Absolutely. I think you have more flights. I think it's more flights coming out of there out of IAH, Houston. I
Hmm.
believe, right?
Right.
I gotta find a way to get down to the States because that way everything is happening there. I don't know if OVR is gonna come to or like Toronto anytime soon. And if they do, well, all my family's there, so it'll be easy peasy. But at least if I'm in the United States, then it'll be like easy for me to attend something.
Now, I will say in Miami, there's a group of people that last year, earlier this year, got together and bought like this big park on OVR and
Metapunks? Is
the
that
Metapunks, right?
Okay.
And be on the lookout because they might be. I mean, they did do this whole thing and got organized real well, and so and they've been doing some stuff in Miami, right? That's where they're really close to. If you look at the metapunks.io website, you'll see they have some like we're associated with, we're exclusive to, and or the city is exclusive to us, however you want to say they say it. And yeah, so they've got some really cool things going on out there. Vanessa Pages, who I'm a huge fan of and is also an OVR landowner, is also out there. So yeah, there could be some really cool things happening out there in Miami. I know
Nice.
up in NFT or up in NYC, there's a whole group of people up there with the lab rats. You got Stu, you got Gio, you got all these people up there. You got Binks with Three Planet Studios
Oh,
up there in
right.
that state. Yeah, Three Planet Studios is right there, local to that spot. You got, I mean, it's a whole. We got people. There's OVR land. Oh, we need to come
You
up
are
with a
so
name.
connected. You're so connected.
We
I
need to
need
come up with a name
you
for
to
it.
come and round up some people here in YXE. In the why are you laughing? And he
Okay,
laughed. YXC is obviously the airport code of the city that I live in the middle of Canada. And it's called, you know what? I love Paris, of course. What girl doesn't? I'm just saying. And I know it's always been my dream to like live in Paris for 1 to 2 years, live in New York for 1 to 2 years, just to say I've lived there, right? Where am I going with this?
YXP.
Oh, yes. So it's funny how in the city that I live in, side note, sidebar, it's actually
Mm-hmm.
called Paris of the Prairies. Isn't that
Oh,
nice? So
it's
it's
nice.
kind of like I do live in Paris of the Prairies. And I
Like
think
there's
that's
a pair of Texas.
there's a yeah, but yeah, there's a Paris, Ontario, but I think Paris of the Prairies, where I live, is a lot closer to the real Paris as opposed to Paris, Texas, because we have like the wonderful Saskatchewan River
Mm-hmm.
that drains from the Rocky Mountain something, and it's got tons of bridges. I think that's why they call it Paris of the Prairies, because it's like bridge after bridge after bridge.
It does sound pretty up there.
So yeah, so what I need you to do, yes.
2 p.m. It's time for lunch.
Thank you, Google. What I need you to do is like, let's do a roundup. Yeah, Overlander, let's go. Let's do a roundup of YX. Oh, that's because I have to tweet. I got to tweet to Downtown YXC at DTN to say, hey, y'all, you're all in the metaverse, and I got some of your overlands. Because literally, I think I'm the only one that owns overlands in the city that I live in, except for one plot that's in the middle of the University of S. Isn't that crazy? I was sure you live in Texas too. I did. I lived in McAllen for 6 years and then Houston for 5. I love Houston. I love Austin. I love San Antonio. I like Galveston too. Galveston was super pretty. Like the Strand, right?
I did get some overlands in Galveston.
You did? Right by the Strand?
Right. So there's Moody Gardens.
I heard of that. What's that?
Oh, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful indoor garden, but it's a giant glass pyramid, and they have where they have the trees and like the Amazon and everything like right there inside of this, and it's all year round, right? And then there's an aquarium that's right there next door to it. It's this whole big amusement park.
When did that happen? Because I was there and I don't know when, and I don't remember seeing no glass thing. Did that happen after 2007?
I believe so.
It wasn't there when I was there. Okay.
It's right next to the airport in Galveston. Like it's a big. There's a whole bunch of stuff in Galveston now. There's resorts all along the beach.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. What about did you get anything in San Antonio by the Riverwalk?
By the time I thought about going to the Riverwalk on OVR, because what was I thinking? It's been bought. Now I have some friends a friend of mine that was smart enough to grab a couple spots, so I've made sure to stay friends with him so that I can use those when I go down there.
That's cool.
It's what a friend's for.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about the Riverwalk. There's just so many places.
Right?
Austin, yeah, we have some overlands. There was just a South by Southwest there. I do have some in Paris, the real Paris. That's cool. What else?
Smart
what else?
Move. I got the Kremlin in Russia. I don't know.
Russia?
Right?
Where?
There's Red Square. There's where they do their parades and stuff. And there's the Kremlin right there. I bought the gate.
It's like how many overlands did occupies the gate? The gate occupies 2. That's so cute. I bought the gate. And what are your plans, Hexadized, for the gate in the Red Square in Russia?
I really just so I bought them, and I think they're just kind of I was like, I own the gate to the Kremlin, like.
It's pretty cool. I like that. I never thought of owning a gate.
Like, how many people own the gate to the Kremlin? There's me and probably the Kremlin. Like, that's it.
Isn't that dope? That's so hilarious. That's actually, Matthew Lee Rosen, he does a lot of the augmented reality murals. And I never really thought about that. And now what I'm trying to do is go back and purchase overlands that are beside like buildings that hopefully are going to stay there for like 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Because that's super smart. Like that is really, really smart. Because my go-to was like, I wasn't big on the actual. First of all, I was thinking of getting overlands like over buildings, like where the buildings were. Something just fell. It was like my gigantic fiddle leaf fig, Ficus lyrata. It's like huge anyway. My strategy was to get overlands over like buildings, and then I was like, but wait a minute, we want foot traffic. Then I would get them like at the sidewalks and streets, and then I would get them at open spaces. But now I think I'm going to switch and get some on like huge walls, huge ass walls. I think
The
that's pretty
Texas Ranger Stadium, because in Matthew Lee is what really made me go, ooh, because I'm local, that's my local baseball team, right? The
yeah.
Texas Rangers. And so I've got the Nolan Ryan statue, and then I've got the wall that goes to, where the entrance and everything. And I've been waiting. I'm going to one day get him to create some things up along that wall and place them there.
Oh, that's amazing. You make the
Right.
poll in the OVR. Oh, OVR Landlord said, did you make the poll in the OVR group yet, Hex? What
No.
OVR group? Was it the Twitter community?
Well, so we were talking about, what do we call, or somebody put out, put out, what do we call ourselves? Are we, for OVR owners, or are we, and people were like, overlords, OVR, overlanders, and I think overlanders kind of where we're feeling kind of comfortable with, right? You're an overlander, right? Not an overlord, you're an overlander. Everybody's an overlander.
Yeah, and you could also be careful with that, though. I'm just saying, because there is a brand 4x4 Jeep or something called Overland, OVERLAND. So, because how do I know this? Because I got when I did the YouTube channel for Overland, OVRLAND, I don't show up. What shows up is OVERLAND. Like, I don't show up yet, but literally it's Overland, like
all these cars and stuff. Yeah.
But I think Overlanders is perfect. You guys could like take over that name. Definitely. You can take over that.
They're gonna stop making the vehicle. They won't stop making us.
Absolutely. But if you were imagine if you were an Overlander and who owned an Overlander. That'd be cool.
The ultimate Overlander.
The ultimate Overlander. They need to have a what's it called? Like a partnership, like maybe a dedicated Overlander or something. Like in the States, maybe you can be driving around in that with like an OVR Lander logo, like a magnetic on the thing, and then it's like Overlander. I don't know. There's a collab ad marketing thing waiting to happen there.
I feel it. Let's do that. My wife would love a new vehicle.
And you know what? If you just tweet enough to them, because look, you got Sebastian to follow you, right?
I don't even know how that. I thought the team told him to follow me. I don't even know how that happened.
What team?
I'm like, what? That's what I said. I don't know.
Well, you hexadized. It's just it's magnetic. It's your Twitter magnetism.
Like, why are these platform creators like following this guy? Who's this guy?
Because come on. You are one of the OVR ambassadors.
Who does this guy know?
You know a lot. That's why I'm like, why do you think I make you as a co-host?
I thought it was because of my beard.
Well, no. I'm not beards are fine. Beards really look fine. I think if I was a guy, would I grow a beard? Sure, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, because it's super easy to keep. You don't have to shave every day.
But don't you have to beard wax it and comb it and shave?
Yeah, there's all those oils you got to comb through. But luckily I have a daughter who loves to play with hair, so it's kind of like
That's pretty cool. Are you you're not gonna do a ZZ Top thing, are you?
No, we tried that before, and we'll leave that to the ZZ Top.
Because I've seen a few men. Yes, like a few men when they get to a certain age, they were like clean all their lives, and then at a certain age, they all of a sudden want to go like Confucius. Either Confucius, if they're Asian, they look Confucius. If they're like white, they look like a ZZ Top person. So I don't know. I'm just saying. I've literally seen. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing in the past like couple of years.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I've also seen people doing the mustache thing. That's not going to happen.
What do you mean the mustache thing?
Where it's just the mustache? That's not going to happen.
Oh, no? It's got to be this and that and all that other stuff?
It's got to be the whole thing.
Well,
I can't do the mustache, just the mustache.
Well, the mustache is a very symbolic machismo something in Mexico. I don't
Hmm.
know if it is like that in Argentina or the other Latin Americans, something like that.
I
But I
could,
know in Mexico,
if I was gonna do it, then I'd want to have the whole like, yeah, the big thing. Yeah.
yeah, like the really big, like what's his name, like Zapata, like like with his big mustache. Oh, I got a sad story for that. So we have used to be a nurse in McAllen, Texas, and then we had a patient coming from Reynosa or Monterrey, I don't even know, but he had a stroke. So he had a stroke, and he had this big ass black shapely mustache. So one of our what's it called? Oh, come on, CNAs, something nurse assistant, certified
Hmm.
nursing assistants, Gloria. She had him and she bathed him and everything like that. And then the next day I came to see my patient. I didn't even recognize the guy. She shaved off his mustache. Do you know? She emasculated him. That is like cutting off the hair of Samson. And it was the saddest thing. And I was freaking out because she didn't know like when you have a patient, you want to clean them up, shave them so they're all clean. And because he had to have like oxygen and all that stuff, she shaved his mustache, and literally his wife came and she cried. I've never heard a scream like that in my life. Like she came in and she's like, oh, Dios mío, something like that. Like it was like we saw her coming and
That's
there was like this
crazy.
real scream, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then because she was just crying. It was like they were
I
mourning
can
the mustache.
imagine.
Yeah, it was like
I
the
can imagine.
mustache was a being. The mustache was its own entity, and it had died, and they were
Right.
mourning.
Th-
And
th-
we
These
could
take
have got
time. You
sued.
know, there's there's a part. This is a part of who the person is. You know. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Like they're saying, True Tech over here. We're talking about his beard, and yeah, apparently, I guess he's got one of the real ones. You know.
Tex, did we see True Tech? We saw True Tech. He came on
Every,
with us.
like he's got a real beard.
Did I even remember that?
Do you remember his what?
No. He came. He came in one of our lives, right? Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
What?
I don't remember
The
having a
was it the
beard.
last one?
Oh, maybe he did. I don't remember, man. It's been so long. Days go into hours, hours go into months. It's just crazy when you're in the Web3 space. Sometimes I don't know where I am. Like I said, I don't like living human. So this human time and human going through the motions of humanality, it's just nuts, right?
He
And
said it was there. The beard was there.
oh yeah, yeah, it was not a dream, Carmen. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm just saying, it's just like crazy. I just learned something today. I mean, not today, like a couple of weeks ago, where I have not been a good human. And if the Derby one is here, because his saying is always be a nice human, and I have not been a nice human at all. And the reason why I haven't been a nice human is because I forget to be human. Do you even know what that means? I literally forget to go through the social mores and etiquette
Hmm.
of being a human. I'm literally just thinking, oh, everybody is just like me. We're all connected consciously. So you know that I love you. You know that you're always in my thoughts. You know that you're connected, that we're all connected, and everything I'm feeling and speaking vibrationally here, people don't get it. They don't. I was like, oh, you don't know. So I have to I know I'm just being stupid, but it's true. I have to remember to ground myself and come back to this flesh and blood and operate as a human. I'm just saying. I don't. You're right. I don't like being human. I'm not. I don't not like humans. I love humans. It's just that I'm just saying. This is not the live stream for this, is it?
It's I've never done a
Because
live stream with you where it was like, hey, we're gonna have this topic and we're gonna stay on this topic and it's gonna be this thing. It's all like it's never happened, Carmen. Digital Femme, Carmen, there's so many different names that you're going by inside this chat over here. It's hard to keep up. And now I know why you don't like being human.
why?
Well, because you're so many different people. but you're one.
Anna doesn't like being human either. See? Yeah, because Anna and I, we vibe. You know what it is, the Derby one? It's like, and I'm going to say it, don't knock me, but it's this whole divine feminine. And I'm not a feminist. Just relax, everybody. Freaking relax. This is not the thing for it. But it's like, it's like the divine feminine is coming and showing up now because the world needs it. The consciousness of the world needs it. And I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm just talking shit. I better just stop. What? That's exactly the kind of thing Mark Zuck would say. I like humans. Zuck figures. Zuck is so human. Maybe not. Robotic. I don't know. I mean, I have nothing against humans. I think it's just humans are so 80s. Humans are so 60s. Like, come on, we've already evolved. Like, people don't realize it yet, but humans have evolved already. So come on, everybody, get to my level. They're still sticking around. They're still like sticking around, trying to like, I don't know, be there. And I'm trying to find a way to say, snap out of it. You know, we all can just live vibrationally and energetically. We're all like pieces of what is it? Micro electric. What's going on? We all have like these electromagnetic fields. That's what we are. You know, the whole Merkaba thing, right? And all that sacred geometry and all that stuff. That's what we are. But I don't know why humans just still don't want to be human. Like, let it go. Let it go. We all die. We're all going to die. The moment we're born, we're all going to die. That's a fact. Do you know what I mean? And it's what we do in between. Life. Right? Yeah, it's what we do in between. Right after we come out of the vagina and however else we die. It's what we do in between. And honestly, in between, there's like this time, it's like 2 years, 5 years, 50 years, 80 years. I know people who've lived for like 101 years, but years is like, doesn't mean anything. It's like, ugh. I better just shut up. Anyway, mycology. Yes. What? I said vajayjay. I could say this name. I had a 5-year-old. I know. I was going out with somebody, and he had a little girl, and she was like 4 years old, and she said, "My vagina is itchy," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" Because in my day, you don't even say that word. I didn't even know that word until grade 7. But a little 4-year-old was saying that, and then I was like, "Wait, what? Blasphemy!" So
in my day, there was a website called vaginas.com, you know, and you went to it and it was like the YouTube before YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, really. It was where like skaters and punk rockers and all that stuff.
But it wasn't real vaginas in there. It was just like the name of the domain.
No,
right?
It's just like where you put up, it was like YouTube before YouTube.
Okay. Really?
I think it was pronounced vaginus or whatever, but yeah, I know.
Ugh, that's so hilarious. Right? That's hilarious.
It was complete. It was just complete and utter, just like everything that you weren't supposed to like see, broken bones and skaters and
that's what happened in GeoCities. Yes, when we were allowed to send gifts and people were JavaScripting the chat rooms, like little. Okay, better just stop. Yeah,
this was back before like all of it was cool. We were the ones that really made it cool, you know. Exactly. I say we, like it was me. I was just just a punk rock kid, just doing the punk rock thing.
Oh look, I think they want us to go away from the vajayjay. Just one more vajayjay thing. Have you seen the Bugatti NFT? That looked like a robot's vagina. The Bugatti NFT, like the Bugatti is such a sexy shape, the design, but no, they do a topographical, like, like a little mesh thing, and then they put like different colors on it. There's nothing special about that Bugatti NFT. I'm just saying, like, there are people literally that create. That's just my humble opinion, not too humble though. My humble opinion. It's like there are people that are creating, in my opinion, humble opinion, magnificent NFT works of art, and Bugatti partners with Asprey, and then they create this like somewhat looking like that with different colors. That's ridiculous. Hex, was it Tonas over the reality metaversians? Oh, I was feeling that speech about human being vibrations instead of in the real world. I know, Elon. I know you're this. I know you know this because when you came on with the live and we interviewed you, which thank you so much. I felt that about you. Like, obviously, if you create music for people to be happy, you are vibrating and a high vibration, spreading like that high level of vibration. Absolutely, that's who you are. And YouTube for YouTube site you were thinking about. What? He's talking cryptic now. The YT before, the YouTube before YouTube site you were talking about. Yeah, the vaginist. That
Look,
is weird.
it was because the rest of the stuff we did back then wasn't weird. Did you see the skating magazines that were coming out back then? I mean, come on now. The scene,
No.
there was, Max TV and all those things where it was just like, I could go on a whole list of all the different websites that were like, that introduced the world that we know today, but we won't go there.
Wow. I'm thinking you should have had the digital man tagline or the digital whatever, the opposite of digital L apostrophe HOMME. I can't speak French. I won't even try. I saw the Curious Sculpture episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. I think I remember that. I gotta watch that. Sure thing. Music is all about vibrations. Yes. And Hex knows that too. It's like a wonderful sacred chorus, harmony. Like the whole universe, one verse. Everybody just singing one verse in harmony. That's what I always thought universe was meant. Universe.
We can all feel it and vibe it together. You're right.
Yeah. And are you into the 432 hertz? You know how there's this conspiracy or something that it's like 432 hertz, and somewhere back in the 40s, 30s, they changed it to another hertz, like the tuning of the guitar. And then now it kind of like screws up stuff. I don't know. Let's not get into that. Curious Sculpture. Everybody loves Raymond episode. Hello, let's go. I know, let's go. We should just all do that. Have you seen it, bro? No, I don't. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna look for it.
Now everybody's gonna go watch Everybody Loves Raymond. We're all gonna search that episode. We went from OVR's connected with the Sandbox. We got POAPs on OVR. We got Sebastian, the creator of the Sandbox, tweeted out stuff from OVR saying, "Hey, look at what you can do with all this stuff." Have you seen Everybody Loves Raymond and the Curious Sculpture? And Beards and all the other things that are happening now or used to happen. But
dude, this is called Talk Tech. No, Talk Tuesday.
This is Tech Talk, and
Talk Tuesday. It's called Talk Tuesday. Talk on Tuesday. Don't forget vibrations. Yes.
That's what this is all about. Just the vibe of the space vibe.
Yes. And can we say that there was a new moon? It was a new moon, April 1st. And everybody's energies were super weird. Like, let's not say names, but there were people that I knew that were friends. Their energies were weird. Like, they were like taking things personally. They were reading into things that weren't even there. And there were like at least 3 guys I knew, 2 females, and another like acquaintance. And this was all happening between Thursday and like Sunday. And everybody was like coming to me like, I don't know, like they're just sharing their stuff with me. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean? Like that was like some weird energy happening in the cosmos. So space vibe, I like it. Oh, thank you. Season 6, episode 5. I'm going to write that down. Season 6 episode. I mean it. I'm going to watch it. I have Netflix, Speaking of Netflix, I am so into Shameless.
Oh, man.
Season 6, episode 5. Like,
we're talking about episodes,
This is Everybody Loves Raymond. Okay. You know what? I don't know how long have we been chatting. How long have we been chatting? Do you know? Doesn't even say. This is unlike Zoom. Unlike Zoom, it tells you there's a counter.
Oh, look, it's like 69 minutes.
Okay, 69 minutes.
That wasn't an Elon joke either.
I know. Okay. With that said, let's just chill at the 70-minute mark. I back to work on the new Let's Play. Oh yeah, you're doing so many cool things. Absolutely, and you
Wait a
probably
minute.
to be honest.
He's been teasing us with the Let's Play that he's got going on, and we were talking. Yeah. Urgh.
I love what you're doing. Like thank God, True Tech Junkie. How did you hear about it? Are you one of those? Was it from OVR Landlord again?
Yep.
It was,
Yep.
right? He's got his own
Yep.
following. I
He
love
brought in
how.
a whole crew.
So did you. So did a bunch of other people. What did Carmen do? Nothing. Did I bring
No,
anybody?
Carmen guide.
No.
Carmen, for those of you that don't know, because she doesn't always float her boat, but I'm going to float that boat. Carmen guided everybody that's in here. So don't, if anybody ever thinks that like there's a community or there's a group of people that are inside of this space, you know, maybe she didn't talk to each one of those people individually. No, she guided quite a few of the people that led
No,
the
that's a
people into this
liability.
space.
I will not accept that liability.
That's
You
okay.
guys
You
are
don't have to.
responsible for
But
your own actions. People are responsible for their own thoughts. People are responsible for their own. Nobody should blame anybody.
no, this is,
Nobody.
you said blame. This isn't a blame. This is a, you know, Carmen really,
My
yeah.
fault that I even know hexadized. What do you mean? I can have a list. Let's go for a list, or Derby one. It's your fault that I'm on Filipinos in the Metaverse. It's your fault that I'm on the TDC and consultancy group. It's your fault that I'm possibly gonna be a speaker somewhere else. Blah blah blah. I think let's talk about that. I'm kidding. You know,
Y'all
you're
have a
my
weird way of playing the blame game.
who?
You and the Derby one. Like, it's your fault that we're being successful in this space now.
We're literally teasing. It's funny, but the Derby one and I, we are so similar. It's nuts. And I love that I could just be myself and he's just like whatever. And he can be himself and then he'll say like at the end, "Oh, you know, I don't mean to argue or whatever." I'm like, "Argue? You weren't arguing." So it means like we literally kind of like have the same vibration and stuff like that. Like to me, you know how I am. I'm like, ah, if I really have something. And you know, I'm so glad you're just, you know, that's just me. It has nothing to do with you. Right? Nothing has ever to do with you other than you get to choose what you allow.
Right.
Right? What you allow in your thoughts, what you allow in your you got it. Now get to work. Yeah, I know. The thing is about live streaming is you can't really hide away from your people that you're working with,
right?
Because they can just go, "Oh, where is she?
That's
she's in a live stream," and then they're like, "We're waiting." I'm kidding. I already got that list, ish. All right, peace. Thank you.
Bye, True Tech Junkie.
Bye, True Tech. Bye, Over Landlord. Bye, the Derby one. So much work to do. Bye,
so many people here.
Bye, Alon and Ibrahim in the beginning, and somebody else, and Tony, Pac-Man.
Yep, Pac-Man. He's the one with the Pac-Man symbol on for the OVR lands. Like he did it so well. He bought all these overlands, and then there's like this one, so it's like a pack. Yeah, it's like.
Is that him?
That was yep.
Oh, okay. That's brilliant. We need to get like a bunch of people here. Remember we did that Zoom thing? And then we sent the Zoom link, and by we meaning somebody sent that Zoom link out to the Twitterverse, and we got all this like crazy stuff.
Oh, it was interesting. That was such an interesting day.
It was quite interesting. I'm so glad. Oh shit, I didn't know that was Pac-Man. That is so cool. Okay, later. Oh, yeah, hit me up with that thing and things you need to get going. You know what I'm talking about. Hit me up. You know what I was talking about, right?
Me? Are you talking to me? Is he talking to me?
Yeah. They're only just talking to you, Hex. They're only just talking to you. They just don't talk to me. The reason why they're on here is because of you. So that's just all you, Hex. It's you. That was for TTJ. Oh, True Tech Junkie. Oh.
See, they're all talking to each other. They're not even talking to us. Like it's, you know.
The only one that's talking to us is like Alon and the Derby one. Did you hear the reason why he was called the derbied one?
Tell me.
Last night's, it's because, I'm going to botch this up. I think he was 16, 15, I don't even know. He was like a young man and a pubescent man, and he went into a store with a friend and he saw a derby and he tried it on. And I think his friend looked at him and said something like, I don't know what he said, I forgot. I think he said something like, oh, that looks ridiculous, or I don't know, something like that looks, insert what the real word was. And he was 19. So what did your friend say to you? How you looked? He said, oh, you looked what? And then the derby one was like, oh yeah, well, take that. And so he bought it, and then that's it. I think it was just to piss his friend off. You look like a moron. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna look like a moron forever, and then I'll have an NFT collection, and
I'd be
and we'll
begging.
see who the moron is then. And at that time, it's probably like, bro, what's an NFT? Like, we thought we were crazy a year ago.
Yeah. Bye, OV landlord. Exactly. And I'm glad he stuck to the derbied one because I love it. Because when you first reached out to me, I think on Twitter DM, I was like, the derbied one, and he had like this derby. I love hats. And the fact that he was like wearing that and he chose that to be his PFP, I was like, who is this guy? I'm like, really? He's Filipino? Yeah, you don't look Filipino. You don't. But that was pretty cool. I kind of I've never really had a Filipino person on social media reach out to me. For some reason, I'm going to say this. There's hardly, well, aside from Luis Buenaventura, Crypto Pop, and Bloom X payment system like crypto in the Philippines, there isn't really a lot of Filipinos that are really, really active on social media. And I guess I don't know anybody because have such a closed circle. But the fact that I remember the derby one when you first reached out to me, and I looked you up, and you were like a film director, and you were in Los Angeles or Hollywood, and the first thing I said to one of my Discord buddy, Sean, I was like, oh my God, there's I said, there's a film director that reached out to me from Hollywood. That's the first thing I said. And I felt so good. I felt so important that a film director reached out to me from Hollywood, because there's a story behind that.
This guy had the creator of Groot, like inside of his Twitter space. Like, I mean, come on now. Yeah.
I know. What's his name? Something Francis.
Mm-hmm.
Francis something. I forgot his name. Just
you were there. We're gonna wait for the Derby one to give us the real name. Come on, Derby. What's Groot creator's name? So we're not saying Groot creator.
Antonio de la Suerte. Fuck, I forgot his name.
Anthony Francisco.
Thank you. I knew there was an aunt and a friend there.
We won't show him this part of the channel.
Anthony Francisco, I just had only about 2 hours of sleep. That's no excuse, but still. That's it, Anthony Francisco. That's the one.
The Derby one. He's Aunt Fran. Haha.
AKA Aunt Fran. Yeah, I think that's like super cool. We got to get him on. Yeah, you know what? The Derby one has all these plans. He's got all these plans. He's planned out his life, and it's gonna happen. As long as he doesn't get in the way of himself.
Right.
It's just gonna flow. Like everything that he's ever been manifesting or desiring, or just even, oh, wouldn't that be nice? It's just coming to him. And it can come to all of us, honestly. We just, the one that our true enemy is ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So no longer shall we self-sabotage ourselves. Right, Carmen? Listen to that. And no longer should we have like crazy ass thoughts that don't even belong to us, that you don't even know is true. So it's just all about being, oh, very good. Master teacher.
I finally learned how to not get in my way.
Well, the funny thing is, Derby's energy is very like old soul wise. So to me, it's like, I'm going to be a human, and that's why he keeps saying be a nice human. I'm going to be a human because I just want to know what it's like to be a human, because he's really like an ascended master. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you are an ascended master. You just forgot. And he's like, oh, I'm going to come and be a human, and I'm going to forget that I'm an ascended master and forget that I have all this wisdom and knowledge, and just like, and then find my way back to the all-knowing. So glad to see that you're there. You're on the right track. We better just go.
I love it. I'm glad we have these days. This was a good day. You know, these are the fun days. It's not every day we get in the talks where it's like, just like the fun chitter chatter talks. Sometimes they're the serious talks, but these are the fun chitter chatter talks. I like these. And when we get when everybody in the community starts getting active in the chat and they're over there doing their thing.
Well, I would rather, like, next time you guys get on, we're just gonna all send you the links and you guys just all come on, because I really want to see how this app handles, like, how many people can it handle? Like a bunch of people. I just want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. I want to see how many people this melonapp.com can handle.
You gotta start tagging all these things when you start doing your tweets too.
See, like, he's like thinking, and he's got the brain thing in the eyes. Like, yeah, you're an ascended master. Just like you're one of those, like, oh, I just want to like play a game. It's really, life is just like, I better just be quiet. We all wanted to come here. We all wanted to come back and just, what it was like to be human, living in this thing, and this, like, whatever world we're living in, and connecting, and so that we can all just help each other become who we really are again. Really. Isn't that crazy? Look, he's got the
sound like Ken Mayfield.
Oh yeah,
we're all in this together. You can't build it. What's the best way to make a cake? By yourself or with everybody else?
He goes, LOL, disclaimer, change your Zoom name if you need to.
Oh, because on the Zoom, yeah.
Are we on Zoom?
Last time OVR landlord came on, he doxed himself on the Zoom.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. That's so true. Right, I know. I got you back. I'm glad you messaged me on that. You should have done it sooner, hello. I totally am all about the privacy thing. Like, I totally respect people. But people have to tell me. People have to say, no, I don't want my face there. No, you need that disclaimer, Carmen. I will. I'll put that disclaimer.
Meta Design wears the ski mask.
Oh, that was so cool. Yeah. I actually have a mask, but it's somewhere down there, and then, I'll wear it next time.
Yeah, I should probably stop showing my face now, huh?
See. No. Yeah. Show your face. Too bad these doesn't have filters. Okay, we're really just going like blah, blah, blah now. That's right. It. Go on. It's like, as Derby One will say, it's like Filipinos trying to say goodbye. That was a joke. I don't think it's just a Filipino thing. We said that on the Twitter Metaverse page. Like, we said, like, oh, we got to go. And then an hour later, we're still chatting, saying goodbye to everybody.
But the highlights are Sandbox and OVR. Like, I mean, they did their thing today and just gave everybody a surprise. POAPs inside of the builder that you can directly just poof, and then people can plink, and it's all right there together. So many great things that happened on OVR today, and I'm super, super excited about it.
Yeah. Remember, the poop and the plink. That's the most important
Poop
thing.
and plink.
Poop and the plink. Y'all remember. The Filipino goodbye. Yeah. See, because Hex is a honorary Filipino. He's also a honorary female.
Yeah, it's
you were part of that International Women's Day.
Yep.
24 hours. Yeah. You're like a chameleon. You're like the metaverse chameleon.
Ooh.
MC.
Ooh. And it works.
Ooh. MC, metaverse, chameleon. There's a lot of stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Master of community building.
Oh, secretly too. It's like people don't even know.
I want to be a DJ.
I love it.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. I see it now. 1 hour and 24 minutes and 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 seconds. But stay right there. If you guys are watching on YouTube, wherever you are, the Digital Fam or the Overland YouTube, please consider giving this live stream video a thumbs up, just because, so it shows up on the algorithm, and subscribing to the channel, because I think I'm at 108, 103 subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 by April 28 with 4,000 hours of watch time. Because why? 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 hours kind of like gets me monetized. Well, not really. It gets you, it's like a prerequisite to applying to get monetized. And I don't even know why I should get monetized anyway, because I don't really make an effort in any of the YouTube things. I just like, this is why I get on a live. So I don't have to edit. I don't have to do a script. I don't have to think about anything. I'm going, oh, what are we going to talk today? Let's talk about this. Then I message Hex, hey, are you able to get on a live? Sure. And that's how we do it. It's called a pop-up live stream. Thank you very much. Done and done. Yeah. I think that means, it's time to... Okay. Ciao, everybody. See you next time whenever we happen to pop up on your live stream. Bye. Thank you so much, Hex.
You're welcome. Love it. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. Bye. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Play outro and end stream. Yeah, I will.